Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. Upper right corner we got Bonyth starting as the yellow Protoss. Upper left hand corner we got Dewalt starting as the gray Protoss. This is again Fighting Spirit and Fighting Spirit Mania, set 4 of 7. Currently we're tied 1 apiece. I feel like my commentary is doing pretty well given my current situation. I actually am feeling pretty good. I went and got vaccinated, which I encourage everybody to do. This is a vaccination channel. We're spreading anyway. I got both the COVID and flu vaccine today. Recommend people don't take risks. I'm happy to encourage people to stay alive. I want people to stay alive. Viewers, I need you around. If I'm just talking to this mic and nobody's watching it, it's kind of like if a tree falls in the woods. But anyway, I feel like given that I've got the double dose today, I'm actually pretty energetic and feel somewhat coherent. Despite, maybe that's why I'm a little bit more, I don't know. Maybe that's why the side chat has been a little bit silly for the past couple games though. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe I should, you know, make sure I'm a little bit more silly for all the commentaries to make them extra fun. Anyway, I digress. Looks like we are definitely going to see a given the pylon positioning, probably going to see one gate both sides. Bonyth this time going for more of a standard gateway positioning rather than kind of piling it all to the north. Going out for an initial scout. Is he going to go to horizontal scout? I really want to see if he gets first scout. Currently going bottom right. I think that ends up I think this is going to end up in a scenario where he doesn't end up with first scout. Dewalt making his way out into the map. I'm wondering if that's, I kind of want to go back. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I have the time, or how do I put this? I don't think I have the time or energy to really justify going and doing this and going back and seeing who has first scout in each of these matchups and then seeing who the winner was as a result of each of it. But I am curious. I'm curious, kind of like in ZVZ, the opening build order can oftentimes depict a lot of things. I'm wondering how much, I'm curious how important first scout is in the realm of PvP and what happens when both players end up not being able to secure the initial scout. Zealot being built, by the way, it looks like Bonyth should be able to slide into that base. Dewalt not finding anything bottom right. It's going to make his way top right. I think that Zealot should be produced in time. In the meantime, was that an earlier cybernetic score? No, cybernetic score about the same timing. That Zealot just barely not going to be able to make it to the ramp as well. So Bonyth actually exiting on a pretty good timing there. Make sure he was able to get in. And Dewalt, unfortunately, going to be very, very denied. So finding bottom right. And if, I'm curious if he's going to do the same thing that he did previous match, which is just bring that probe home initially and then let the Dragoon go out. Or maybe the Zealot go out and do the scouting for him as far as a turnaround. We have range queued up. No range queued up, though, for Dewalt just yet. Okay, now going ahead and queuing up range just a few fractions of a second later. I feel like when I've been doing so many PvPs like this, it's like this. I feel like there's been larger. I've had now a propensity to jump on the little tiny things where I'm like, probe is. We got 3 supply difference. It's you know, oh, now it's queued up. I keep doing the over jumping on stuff. Probe finds a Dragoon and a Zealot at least, so he knows that it wasn't a fast expansion. Taking attack damage, that probe wanting to attack. Whoop. Gonna group up, exchange glances, and return to home base. 2 gate opener, by the way, for Bonyth. I think this is looking like it's going to be 1 gate robo. Probably going to be 1 gate robo into second gate here for Dewalt. I probably should have commented on the difference. Never mind. Bonyth going for DTs. Oh, this might be a build order loss for Bonyth, potentially. It's not guaranteed to be a build order loss here, by the way. But it's looking like this. Whoops. I'm not sure why I dropped Dewalt's view there. But this is very much looking like it might be a build order loss. Because usually when you go Observer before second gate, we'll see if Dewalt drops the second gate. It's still in the realm where he might do that. You're going Observer first. Yeah. You're going Observer first to kind of get information to counter, honestly, this exact build. And the difference, this is kind of the difference I wanted to comment on, which is the difference between 2 gate robo versus 1 gate robo into second gate is by getting that robotics facility out a little bit faster. It speeds up the observer a little bit, so you get your information a little bit more rapidly. Now, here's the thing. Bonyth can still attack forward. The DTs do a lot of damage. Templar Archives being built. So if he, I keep clicking to Walt's view right there. If he plays this really, really well, it is possible. Dewalt going to scramble up to the high ground again. we have the observatory? Yeah, observatory's queued up. First observer now being constructed. It is possible that he might be able to barrel through just by getting lucky on the focus fire and just being able to do a lot of damage. The other thing is just because you have an observer out doesn't mean that you're going to be able to necessarily counterattack and take out a Nexus that's dropped if Bonyth wants to transition this into DT into Nexus. It looks like we got 2 DTs rather than a single DT queued up. However, are we going to see... And the observer's out. The next question is does the observer hold the low ground? I feel like Bonyth might have accidentally... Well, he might be able to scout this on the forward edge. Dewalt just going to the edge of vision. I don't know if Bonyth caught that or not. He's sending a Zealot forward, wanting to attack and try to occupy these forces initially. And maybe he's just checking to see whether that observer's there or not. The DTs are still making their way. And I think Bonyth hoping to thin the herd so the Dark Templar have a path into the base. First Dark Templar making its way forward. This is kind of that moment. Yeah, getting shot. So it looks like Bonyth noticing, okay, yeah, the observer is in fact in place. Now here's the thing. He can still use these Dark Templar, split them up, and utilize them to go ahead and get that quick Nexus. And Dewalt has to wait for a second observer to feel really comfortable. Looks like he did go shuttle robotics support bay in the space of this. So there is a way to transition this into a standard economic game for Bonyth upon that failed Dark Templar, but and he's going to go ahead and get the High Templar out in return. There are opportunities, of course, for Dewalt to utilize the shuttle advantage. Ooh, that observer time. Bonyth actually, look at that timing though. Sneaking in, looking for that Dark Templar time. He's going to end up spending it both Dark Templar. That actually might have been a big mistake here. Because when both Dark Templar are out in the field, you have the 2 observers out. That, especially with the Reaver on the ground, that is a big technical advantage before... And this is before Psystorm is upgraded. So you got 2 High Templar that can be morphed into an Archon maybe. Forge also dropping because that's probably going to be necessary here for Bonyth. Dewalt going to go ahead and grab his natural expansion and he can start getting aggressive as far as the turnaround. And he's going to have a lot of visual information for a protracted period of time. He can just keep this observer pinned on his opponent's base and doesn't have to worry about it, which provides him a lot of initiative. Is what I want to call it. If you guys play D&D, yeah, that's the initiative playing out. I do want to point out that lone pylon here at the 3 o'clock location. Psystorm upgrading, but that is a huge window where, okay, I got some High Templar here, but they're not doing anything for you. And a 10 supply lead for Dewalt in the meantime, making his way up. The Reaver needs to be part of this fight. However, to be a big bonus, one of the that was actually a very fortuitous Scarab hit. Probes having to pull off the line to try to defend themselves. So this is going to be an economic deficit now for Bonyth as well. Down 4 workers. The Reaver being pulled back in the space of the probes. I think Dewalt happy to go ahead and kill probes that are being donated to his front lines. Trying to buy time for those High Templar. The cannon finishes, but isn't going to last very long. We got 4 Dragoons versus 5 Dragoons and a Zealot. The High Templar getting picked off, so it might not matter whether Psystorm finishes or not. And now it's a full natural expansion breach. Dewalt getting full purchase here. Looks like a single Dragoon getting Psystormed. Yeah, not enough. So Bonyth, GG's. Oof. And Dewalt now going to go up 2-1 in this 4th set. Dewalt 2 games away now from being Fighting Spirit Mania champion. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.